Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of T-Bob. What you're seeing on the screen is a summary of a chapter in my book that I wrote about 12 years ago regarding theism. Theism is a belief which is perfectly justified. Now, what you're seeing now is a summary of that justification. As you can see, the summary itself is quite long-winded because it goes into great detail about theism and its truth. So as you can see, before I go into it, feel free to make a screenshot or take a copy, download it into a file, and just study this at your own leisure. I'm not going to go into it completely, but you can see this for yourself. I'm just going to basically do a summary of the summary, so to speak. All right. There are three competing beliefs, okay? Theism, deism, and atheism. Now, these three beliefs are beliefs. They're not worldviews. They're beliefs that are added to a worldview, okay? So theism is a belief which should be added to your worldview, and deism and atheism should be thrown out of your worldview. That's my belief, okay? So, theism predicts that the universe was created by an intelligent cause, but it also tells us that supernaturalism can occur at any time, at any place. When we talk about supernatural, a supernatural object is one for which its nature supersedes our capacity to understand scientifically, right? But for example, you see something strange in the sky, if it's supernatural, then you'll never understand it from the vantage point of science. You can make observations and say, well, this is what I saw, but understanding the true nature of the object is impossible because of its supernatural nature. That's what we mean by supernaturalism. Okay, so the main gist of the evidence which supports the existence of God can be found in the fact that all random outcomes are either directly or indirectly caused by intelligent entities. And as you can see here, you can read the reasoning for yourself. It goes from A to S. I won't actually go into detail, but you can see this for yourself. Again, take the time, hit the pause button, and read it for yourself. Okay. So an outcome of any kind can either be random or non-random. So a non-random outcome is influenced by intent. Okay? So if the universe had a beginning, that means it's an outcome of some kind. That means then, because every outcome is ultimately influenced by intelligent entities, then the faculty of intelligence has to be there from the very beginning, even if the universe was a random event. You understand? So, if the universe had a beginning, it must have had a cause. The cause of the universe must either be intelligent or not intelligent. However, if the universe somehow was a random result, or was a random outcome, then we know fundamentally then that would also point to the existence of intelligence. Because the very nature of a random outcome is that it cannot occur without intelligence. Only an intelligent entity can select based on random criteria. I mean, for example, pick a number between 1 and 9. I pick 6, 5. There's no particular reason, it's just random. See, only an intelligent entity can do that. If it's an entity which does not inhibit intelligence, the other thing it can do is create an outcome which is perfectly in line with its input, like a computer program. I talked about that in an artificial intelligence post not that long ago. Okay, so we know that the universe is a product of intelligent cause, but because we essentially know that every outcome must ultimately the universe is an outcome, and therefore it's a result of an intelligent cause. So the intelligent producer of the universe is commonly referred to as God. Now, I don't care what name you call him, whether it's God or Yahweh or Allah or any other name you choose to call him or her. The news here is that the universe is indeed a product of intelligence, right? And that's what needs to be embraced. Now, as I said to you before, an intelligent creator of the universe is at liberty to create events for which its nature cannot be understood scientifically. That's quite possible, right? That's a logical possibility. If the universe wasn't created by an intelligent cause, then such any outcome of any kind ultimately has the potential to inhibit a nature which supersedes our scientific capacity to understand. So that puts Theism out of business straight away, because Theism, just like atheists, they insist that absolutely everything is within our scientific capacity to understand. But that just simply isn't true. So Theism is the winner out of the three competing worldviews, three competing beliefs. So a theistic worldview is basically one that's dominated by theism, the belief in theism. A deistic worldview is one that's dominated by the belief in deism. An atheistic worldview is one that's dominated by the belief in atheism. So one is perfectly justified in having a theistic worldview. Okay? So that's all I really need to say about this. Feel free to examine the evidence. This is the evidence. What you're seeing here is evidence not only for the existence of God, but justifies the potential presence of supernatural objects and entities and events. So here it is. There you go. And God bless you all. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're blessed by this. Now, there are some of you that just hate God and just don't want to believe. So you hide behind your atheism. Just want to say one thing to those people. Hatred is just an emotion. It comes and goes. Your issue isn't with God. Your issue is with the issue of hatred itself. You think that because you hate something now, then you're going to hate it tomorrow. That's not necessarily the case. Hatred is an emotion that sways around like in the wind. It comes and goes. So if you hate God, you don't really hate God. You're just a little bit confused, right? Let's face it. Sometimes you think God's all right. You know, doesn't matter what background you had. I submit that. Sometimes you think he's all right. Sometimes, at least. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. Here's the summary. Please read at your own leisure. But I'll give a little summary now. Just a summary of the summary, so to speak. Okay, so we know that all random outcomes are either directly or indirectly caused by intelligent entities. And you can see the rationale for that just below. An outcome can either be random or non-random. So a non-random event is one that is influenced by intent. Intent is the product of intelligence. The universe had a beginning, and we know it had a beginning, and therefore the universe is a product of intelligence. And God is just an arbitrary word that is commonly used to describe this presence, this creator. And supernaturalism, well, that's just really an obvious spin-off of a creator. This creator is at liberty to create events that supersede our capacity by design. Now, I'm not saying that it has happened before, I don't know, but the potential is there. And that's all that really matters. Okay then, over and out.